There's always someone standing between you and the unknown that you can go ask, what should I do? Well, at some point, you'll realize that the
you ask. Hold on, listen. Okay, we'll watch 11 minutes.
Let me guess.
4. Hold on. Okay. 8 minutes.
And to all of you watching here, come close to the screen and listen.
I'm listening, baby.
People don't have to like you. People don't have to love you. They don't even have to respect you. But when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see.
Yes, ma'am.
You better love what you see.
Be uncomfortable. Get yourself in a situation when you feel a little bit about a challenge. You're feeling something about being challenged. You're understanding that challenges are good for you. Challenges are going to make you better, going to make you stronger, going to push you through any adversity that you may face in life.
But nobody's coming to save you. There's no knight in shining armor, and the people that say they will, they don't really stick around for long. The reality is this whole life thing was never really meant to be about anyone else. You're kind of supposed to be the hero of this story. Even if you feel weak right now, even if you feel alone, you feel down, you feel like you can't do it, you can. And you will. All you have to do is show up. So, show up today.
You have the power to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. Don't underestimate yourself. You don't know enough about yourself to become a cynic. And so you've got to challenge yourself to access that power that you have within you. You're more than a conqueror.
I'm amazing when you don't think I'm amazing.
Yes, sir.
I love me even if you stop loving me.
Yes, sir.
You can say the nastiest, meanest, evilest shit that you could ever conjure up. It will never change the way I feel about myself.
It takes faith to jump off of the edge. It takes faith to step into your purpose. It takes faith to step into your destiny. It takes faith.
Hate.
Yes, sir.
You matter, alright? There's always gonna be somebody that cares about you.
Yes, sir.
And you're a good person. No matter what people say, you matter.
I love me. So the day that you decide to stop loving me, I'm not gonna love myself any less. I believe in me. If you stop believing in me,
you're a good person. And you matter, alright? There's always gonna be somebody that cares about you. And you're a good person. No matter what people say, you matter.
I love me. So the day that you decide to stop loving me, I'm not gonna love myself any less. I believe in me. If you stop believing in me, I'm not gonna believe in myself any less.
You know, as crazy as it sounds, one decision can completely change your life. So what are you waiting for?
I wouldn't change what happened to me. And that's the God's honest truth. If any one of you had a superhero ability where you could send me back in time and give me a do-over, I wouldn't accept it. I would gladly relive everything I have been through, provided I had this outcome. Because who I am now and what I offer the world, I wouldn't want to give that up to avoid going through those dark days or the pain I went through. I think it was all worth it to turn me into who I am now.
I think we look down now to 16-year-olds and say, where are you going to go to college? What are you going to do for the rest of your life? And it's like, they're not fully baked yet. How do they know? Give them a break. Just say, look, I think after high school, take a year off, take 2 years off, join the Peace Corps, travel, go figure things out, or just enjoy yourself. For the first time in their lives, they're adults, and they don't have to be somewhere. They're not told to be somewhere.
Like I tell people all the time, we all got to go through something to get something that we want in life. Things may not always go the way you want it to go, but I promise you, if you continue to focus on the positive rather than the negatives, you will be all right. It's tough sometimes. It gets tough every day, but we got to make it. No matter what it is, no matter what you're going through, just think about it for a second. Somebody did not wake up this morning, but you did. I always say this to people often. You are above ground. Why are you above ground? Because there's purpose within you. There's purpose for you. There's opportunity for you.
You feel like you're missing out on all the fun. Me too. Everyone else has more friends. Everyone else does the fun stuff on the weekends. Everyone else gets all the attention. We're missing out on a lot, and it doesn't end there. We're missing out on the endless search for acceptance from an empty source. Missing out on the constant need to mask the reality of who we are. Missing out on the acting like everything is okay and shutting down when the crowd is gone. So yeah, we're missing out, but I think that's just fine for now.
Yes, sir.
When it came time to take things to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website, and Wix.
My life is like I'm running from a pack of starving wolves. If I slow down at all, I will be eaten alive. Like I have one choice, and it's to keep going as fast as I can, or I'll be torn to pieces. And that's what it felt like, and I love that. Like that sounds so like negative and dark, but like I love that. It was such like a motivation.
No, you see, it's impossible. And plus your name. Your name, who can pronounce Schwarzen Schnitzel or something like that? No one can pronounce that, so forget about it, Arnold. This is the kind of thing that I heard. Imagine, you go from studio executive to studio executive, from agent to agent, from manager to manager, and they all said exactly the same thing. Now that's very encouraging, isn't it? But you know something?
That's right. That's right. Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. Let's get it popping today. Hold on. Get my hat right. There you go. And there we go, baby. It's good to see y'all on another Finding Your Way Wednesday. We gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Let me get my volume right. We gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Today, we are talking about taking detours. Of course, on Finding Our Way Wednesday, we got to talk about detours. So let me get y'all motivation. Let me get this computer plugged up, get y'all motivation, and we gonna get this thing moving for the day. You know, it's always motivation for my women out there on Wednesdays. So either we gonna have a woman talking, well, a woman doing a speech, or let me see, which window is it? This is one of these windows. Oh, here it is. It's over here. Either we gonna have a woman doing a speech, or we just have just personal motivation for women. So let me see. Let's type that in. That sounds good. Personal motivation for women. For a woman. Hope we ain't heard that one. I want to kind of try to find one we ain't heard. It is. We're going to finish off with Jasmine. Jasmine series still giving us the motivation for the Wednesdays. All right, let's go ahead and get y'all over to this big screen. Hold on, y'all. All right, here we go.
Here's you and free strategy.
Now we are continuing. We are continuing this. This ain't like the first time we started here, but just check it out.
Stretching that happens within you that no longer scares you and freezes you. It just awakens something in you. You know what's so interesting? I'm not gonna lie. I took one single Kundalini yoga class and something activated in me that changed my entire life. And it's hard for me to describe
I bet,
how
girl.
activating it was, but
I already know.
the breath, breath of fire, I truly felt it was a gift to have this life, to feel close to this divine thing that we all are. And I just took a good look at myself and like, who am I not to express the God in me, to be consistent enough to share who I am with the world? To know that we're out here, to know that, if you are anything like me, you're not alone. And it is now our time to just fully walk in our gifts, because something very special is happening in the air. I don't know what it is, but there's like this wind of change happening. I don't know. A few days ago, I had this like trembling anxiety. When something good is about to happen and you're just like walking about your day like, ooh, like that's what I feel is happening. There's so much energy happening in the world, and now is the time for you to get on it. Like, if you have to be on necks, if you have to get on people's necks and not let up, do that. Like, I remember years ago when I first started like being consistent on social media, I stopped doing it on Instagram because I did feel like I was attracting a lot of people that were surface level. I'm not even gonna lie. So I just started investing in YouTube. But now that I'm on Instagram kind of again, still delivering that same type of consistency, just with just a little up a notch, because I've finally laid a foundation of consistency. I know that people feel the difference of what I'm trying to do. People understand kind of my mission. And not only that, they look at the world, they look at their day to day, and they feel that who I am and what I try to do and what I try to share, it's needed. And it's just
much needed.
When you reach that point of consistency and you're in a deep end, now you realize you can't stop. That's what I want for you, because it's going to be bigger than the ways that you feel. It's going to be bigger than tiredness, when you truly feel like you're doing something that is of service and that needs to be done, needs to be said. No matter how hard it is for people to digest, there are people in this world that are in it but not of it, and what they are of is worthy of being shared, because it could potentially be the very thing that makes a person change this world. And if it is my responsibility to speak life into the people,
yes ma'am,
that
imagine being
oh come on Marshall,
just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44
are truly going to shift the world. I want to do my part. So if I can inspire you in any way, I hope that in this video, it is everything that you need to hear to get off of your ass and just do everything that you're afraid to. Not because it's actually scary, but because there's a different version required of you right now that is not only going to help maybe your life situation, but it might help the world and heal it and do something amazing. And I was talking to a friend today about just how desensitized we are with like seeing so many people talking, hearing their voices, seeing their faces, and like all of these things. We're so busy watching other people's magic that we forget that we have something magic inside of us as well.
Exactly.
And there's probably someone who is going to shift the way that we see the world, but they're sitting dormant.
And they ain't doing nothing.
And they know
exactly.
it, but it scares them. It scares them so much because they don't know the outcome. No one really wants to be a martyr, even though they have, you know, the calling to, because we know how it always ends for them or us, but it's bigger than that. It's so much bigger. So I want you to see yourself, your life, your story, who you are, as something worthy of giving a shot at just being consistent, just to see where it goes. And when it goes as good as it's going to go, come back to me and tell me how right I am, because I'm a Virgo and I like to hear that I'm right. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening to this on Spotify, please leave a review of the episode. It does so much for me. I would appreciate it if you did. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at jasmine.siri. And I hope to see you all in my next one.
Hey.
Bye.
I hope that we finally finished it. Now, we've been on that consistency video for a good little second right now. Hold on, I'm trying to get all my chats pulled up. We've been on that video consistently for the last little bit. Hold on, I gotta flip my Instagram camera around. There y'all go. There we go. All right, and we finally finished it. Now, I completely agree with what she said at that last bit. That last bit kind of hit home for me. Just knowing that you have something that you could do, or that you are doing, that could change everything in the world, or at least something in the world, is a scary thought. That's a scary thought. And I mean scary in the sense of the unknown, not scary in the sense of, oh my God, scary in the sense of mysterious. All right. And we know mysterious can be frightening if left unchecked, let's just say, or you ain't looking for no answer or no clarity. So yeah, I just wanted to speak on that just for a second. All right, y'all, let's see what we got on the agenda today. Now, that just brought us right into the topic of those detours that we may take. But I want to let's define what a detour is first and foremost. Okay, 39 seconds is all it takes.
This is my favorite classy gift to give.
I like to chat in the channel too.
Language.Foundation's Video Dictionary, helping you achieve understanding.
A roundabout road, especially one that is used temporarily while a main route is blocked.
Okay.
Roundabout way. Travel via a detour.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our channel to become a part of our growing community and to learn English effectively.
All right, that's it. A roundabout way from the main route. Right. A roundabout road, especially one that is used temporarily while a main route is blocked. All right. Now let's go straight into it. Oh, 4 minutes. Hold on. Before we go into any of those, let's do some. I like to get these ones because they'll give us more stuff that'll hit more close to home because it's not like formulated. It's like literally off top of the brain. You know what I'm saying? Embrace life's detours, following wisdom, unexpected paths, the hidden gems. This is only 9 seconds, so let's start here. Life is a journey, and sometimes the best music is annoying parts are the detours we didn't plan for. Oh wow, that is so true. I could give a story and talk about that, but I'm not. All right, hold on. Let's see what they talking about on this one, though.
That we weren't necessarily expecting. There are times in our lives when
okay.
Detours that sort of takes us down a route that we weren't necessarily expecting. But when we get pushed into these avenues and these changes of direction, is it merely a hindrance? Is it a problem? Are there challenges to face? Are there things that we potentially have missed and overlooked that need our attention? Or is it merely just re-guidance from potentially having taken a wrong path or a detour at varying parts of our lives? Because when we get to the point of addressing and stepping back from the day-to-day and having a look at it from a different perspective and perception, then what it allows us to do is it allows us to then recalibrate to where we are and potentially open up new possibilities and ways of looking at wider scenarios and situations, and then finding the beauty in that situation that could then potentially lead us to getting to the point of having newer experiences and having more varied and wider experiences. But for a lot of the time, we do eventually come back to what would then be the main path and the main direction. But when we have a look at it from our perspective or our angle specifically, then we end up not necessarily knowing where we're going to end up. But it's just like driving, for instance. So when we drive, we're on pretty much autopilot. While we're learning to drive, it's slightly different because we have to learn which gears to select, what speed. You've then got the 3 pedals that you then have to push in a certain order at a certain time. And then it becomes very much a learning curve that we then have to get through and get beyond. But then at that point, we then start to remember and recognize exactly what's going on and what's there and what's going on before it.
Right.
So we then switch at this point to what then becomes the subconscious behaviors and the subconscious ways of doing things. And these then don't necessarily allow us to take alternative paths.
Right.
Because what we're then doing is we're just running behaviors and habits and patterns. And these behaviors, habits and patterns will lead to the same outcome, regardless and varied on exactly what's going on. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to go back to that phase whereby we're learning. And in doing so, we're then going to get to a position whereby we can learn new ways and new behaviors. These can then allow us to take more options or better options. And rather than just being on autopilot as you would be as if you were in a vehicle or a car, what we're then looking at is the facility to not just get in the driver's seat, not just sit there and have a way of doing things, not just being reactive to what shows and presents to us in front, be it an accident, be it a bump in the road, be it a stop sign, or be it a detour. And then what that allows us to do is use our critical thinking, which has been shut off or restricted or closed. And then eventually we'll get back to the position whereby we can then start thinking things through. We can then start making aligned decisions, and we can then start getting ourselves into a position whereby we're making choices that are beneficial for our lives. But ultimately, at the end of the day, regardless of the decision or the choice you've made, at some point, you'll always end up back on the main road. And you'll always end up making aligned choices for where you're at when you're there. So no matter where you are in your life, no matter how you're looking at things, no matter what choices and options you believe you have, regardless of the paths that you take, you'll always be able to get back to the main path and the main road.
Now that was good. For y'all out there that's watching and ain't subscribed yet, y'all about to hit an ad break.
Your personal finances
make sure you get them
start
subs
with
in.
you.
Make sure you get those You get yourself free from them ads and all of the above. But everybody else that's subbed up, come on, let me talk to y'all for real quick. The reason for the topic today is I had no plans to do the Uncathon. I had zero plans to do a marathon stream leading up to my birthday, but it has brought me right to where I want to be. Either way, like a detour will. But it also brought me some unexpected things that I didn't like. For example, I picked up a good number of followers on TikTok just from just streaming all day. I've been working on Elijah's school project, and I've been able to stay focused on just helping him out just by being on stream. Waking up and doing my routine feels better. Reading my book feels better. Everything feels better. So that detour leading up to my birthday of doing the Uncathon it's been good. I think I'll do it every year now. Just coming up to my birthday. Hey, Unc ain't getting no younger, so it's the Uncathon. 11 days, you feel me? All right. So that's the reason for the topic today. I felt it would be necessary on Finding Our Way Wednesday to talk about detours. Okay? Now let's get another little wise video in here.
That we weren't necessarily expecting, but
let's see this.
Exhaustipated when you're tired of your backed up gut.
What? That's the commercial they give us? Life's detours. Yeah.
And here's why. Marketing companies have really
psyched to go.
Doom scrolling is the world's newest addiction, and here's why. Marketing companies have really figured out how our brains work, and they're using that knowledge to keep us hooked. They play with our brain's reward system, targeting the areas responsible for our emotions and those little dopamine hits we crave. But it doesn't stop there. They also tap into our fear circuitry by spreading alarming news and sensationalized content that triggers our amygdala, the part of the brain that processes perceived threats. This creates a sense of urgency and anxiety that makes it tough to put our phones down. Every time we scroll, we get a little rush of either dopamine or cortisol, depending on what we're reading, which just keeps us addicted to those intense emotions. The reality is that our brains can't handle that much stimulation all the time.
Right.
Breaking the cycle might sound simple, but it's definitely not easy. So we've shared a few ways to help you reclaim your time and peace of mind in the description box.
Let's see.
Doom scrolling is...
Yeah, I feel you. Let's see what they got in the description. Oh, yeah. That's fine. I figured they would have something like that. I thought they was gonna give us like another video or a website or something. Let's see. What I was about to type in something else. Let's go back.
Doom scrolling is the world's newest addiction, and here's why. Marketing companies have really figured out how our brains work, and they're using that knowledge to keep us hooked.
Hold on, y'all.
They play with our brain.
I wanted to see something else.
Doom scrolling process, depending on, might sound simple, but it's definitely not.
Okay, that ain't it. That ain't it. I had it in my head.
So we've shared a few ways to.
I had it in my head.
All the time. Breaking the cycle might sound simple, but it's definitely not intense emotions. The reality is that our brains can't handle.
Oh, hold on. Nope, I had it, but I lost it. All right, so it's not about necessarily avoiding the detour, because if you're driving and you have to go that way, you're going to have to take the detour, and they know it. So in life, the only thing about our detours is we don't know where they're at. Just like you could look on a GPS map or Google Maps and see like kind of your route and what detours or what things you're going to run into. We don't have that for our life's perspective outside of visualization or thinking or planning ahead. So what I want to look at just for a brief second is just avoiding pitfalls. It's like a pothole on the road. You got to take that road, but you don't want to step in the pothole. I wonder if we can watch this. Let's see. Nah, I don't want to see him because it's just him. I want to see. Thought they was going to give us a scenario. Let's see what's up.
Making century after century.
I hate when they got the music too loud. Engineer in there. Okay, hold on. Ooh, maybe we need this.
Every business hits bumps in the road as it grows, even as it's becoming successful. What we notice is there's often a disconnect between what the firm is capable of doing right now and what its clients are asking it to do in order to grow. And that's the danger place where you've now made a name for yourself, you're now quite successful, maybe you're large, maybe you've got 20, 30 employees, and suddenly you're invited to bid on a job that's a little bit of a stretch, or maybe more than a little bit of a stretch. The risk for a firm that takes on a project that is way too big for it is that it not only puts that individual project at risk, it can put the entire firm at risk because you can underprice it, you may not have the skills to actually deliver, and you might not have the financial resources to complete the work without getting yourself into trouble. Most people would say it's a great problem to have. It can be one of the most stressful times in a business owner's life because they may find that they have to go borrow personally to put into their business, putting their house at risk in order to make sure that job becomes successful. And that's where a company like DTMG and myself can help.
Well, we ain't gonna listen to the rest of that spiel, but I'm gonna like his video because that was very insightful. Taking on, now we looking at avoiding pitfalls, and that's a part of the detours. And of course, if you're taking a detour, it's something that's going on with the main route. All right. And what he was just talking about is good for me to know, because when I'm doing this, I noticed that keeping an eye out on service keeps me from overextending myself. I once had an office that got my foot into the door of the minds of my listeners, the people who are supporting me now at this point, or the person that's supporting me now at this point, and whoever else is watching. But it got my foot in the door with those people, and so that right there was worth it. Now, maybe some of the equipment I buy, I'll not use it, but the value of it is still incredibly high, because when I do start using it, it's going to be like an employee to me. And I'm talking about the equipment that I may get. So I'm not overextending myself because it's allowing me to provide a better service. That's what I'm saying. So, but if I did that in the reverse of saying, hey, I'm sitting here right now and I want to make more money from what I'm doing right now, and I go out, get an office, take all my equipment, go over there, I'm gonna be sitting in that office like, now how do I make more money? So I like to stay service oriented, which would keep me from putting all of my money that I got personally, like he said, into my business, and then not even being able to provide the service that my business say it can provide. Like I said, we're looking at avoiding pitfalls, so that's where this is coming from. And it's obviously a part of Detours. Finding reliable financial advice online. Oh, let's see what's up. See what my man's got to say.
There's an unfortunate problem in this industry
where people think they can kind of go on the internet and get the right answer, but what they really just get is a bunch of advertisements
for the answer. Hey, what up, Zanita67? My people dropping in on
for financial products or financial advisors. In that regards, it becomes very difficult to kind of seek out the right answer.
A lot of times, like when you've done so well and you've built this nest egg, you create, unfortunately, like potential tax pitfalls. So you got to find that person that can help you weave through and navigate the system so that it doesn't turn into something worse than it needs to be.
There's an unfortunate.
It definitely is. Let's get a little bit more. Let's look at this. Let's explore that for just a quick second. Avoiding financial pitfalls. 6 personal finance. All right, let's see what they talking about.
In today's world, it's more important than ever to be mindful of our financial decisions and make sure we're on track to reach our long-term financial goals. Whether you're just starting out or have been managing your finances for a while, it's easy to fall into common pitfalls that can derail your progress. That's why we're here today, to help you avoid these mistakes and get your finances on track. In this video, we'll be discussing 6 common personal finance mistakes that you should avoid. From not having a budget to not saving for emergencies, these mistakes can have a big impact on your financial well-being. We'll also be discussing the importance of diversifying your investments, planning for retirement, and reviewing your financial plan. Here's what we shall cover in this video. 1. Not having a budget. 2. Not saving for emergencies. 3. Not planning for retirement. 4. Paying high fees. 5. Not diversifying your investments. 6. Not reviewing your financial plan. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of these common mistakes and how to avoid them. So if you're ready to get your finances in order and start working towards your financial goals, stick around for this valuable information. Let's get started.
Welcome to The Strategist.
6 personal finance mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1, not having a budget. One of the most common personal finance mistakes is not having a budget. A budget is a plan that helps you manage your money and reach your financial goals. Without a budget, it's easy to overspend and end up in debt. To create a budget, start by tracking your income and expenses for a month.
Straight up.
This will give you a good idea of where your money is going and where you can cut back on unnecessary expenses.
Straight up.
Next, allocate your money toward your financial goals, such as saving for emergencies, paying off debt, or saving for retirement. There are several benefits to having a budget. 1. Improve financial awareness. A budget helps you become more aware of your financial habits and spending patterns. Tracking your income and expenses enables you to see where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back. 2. Debt management. A budget can also help you pay off debt more quickly by allocating more money toward your debts. By doing so, you can save money on interest and become debt-free faster. 3. Goal achievement. A budget can also help you achieve your financial goals, such as saving for a down payment on a house or saving for retirement. Setting aside money for your goals helps you make progress toward achieving them. Also, by creating and sticking to a budget, you can take control of your finances and make progress toward your long-term financial goals. Don't let a lack of budgeting derail your financial success. Create a budget today. Mistake number 2, not saving for emergencies. Another mistake to avoid is not saving for emergencies. Life is unpredictable, and it's important to have a financial cushion in case of unexpected expenses, such as a medical emergency or car repair. Aim to save at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in an emergency fund. This will help you avoid going into debt if you face a financial setback. Mistake number 3, not planning for retirement. One of the biggest mistakes people make is not planning for retirement. It's never too early to start saving for retirement, and the sooner you start, the more time your money has to grow. According to a survey by the National Institute on Retirement Security, over half of American households are at risk of not having enough savings to maintain their standard of living in retirement.
75%.
Here are some steps you can take to start planning for retirement. 1. Determine how much you need to save. First, determine how much money you'll need in retirement. Consider factors such as your expected retirement age, how long you'll need to save, and your desired standard of living in retirement. 2. Set up a retirement account. There are several types of retirement accounts available, such as 401k, IRAs, and Roth IRAs. Choose the account that best fits your needs and start contributing as much as you can afford. If your employer offers a 401k match, make sure to take advantage of it. It's free money. 3. Consider professional advice. If you're not sure where to start, consider seeking the help of a financial advisor. A financial advisor can help you create a customized retirement plan that takes into account your unique circumstances and goals. Planning for retirement and starting to save as early as possible will enable you to have the financial resources you need to enjoy your golden years. Don't wait until it's too late. Start planning for retirement today. Mistake number 4, paying high fees. Another mistake to avoid is paying high fees for financial products or services. These fees can add up over time and eat into your investment returns. Be sure to shop around and compare fees before committing to any financial product or service. Mistake number 5, not diversifying your investments. Diversification is key when it comes to investing. It refers to the practice of spreading your investments across different asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, and real estate. The idea is to reduce your risk by not putting all your eggs in one basket. If one investment performs poorly, the others may offset the loss and help protect your overall portfolio. The benefits of diversifying your investments include: 1. Risk reduction. Spreading your investments across different asset classes can reduce your risk of losing money.
Yep.
This is especially important in times of market volatility, when some investments may perform poorly while others do well. 2. Higher potential returns. Diversifying your investments can also help you achieve higher potential returns over the long term. You can potentially benefit from the growth of different sectors and industries when you invest in a mix of assets. 3. Peace of mind. Diversification can also give you peace of mind, knowing that your investments are not heavily reliant on the performance of a single asset.
Right.
To diversify your investments, consider working with a financial advisor or using a robo-advisor to help you create a diversified portfolio that fits your risk tolerance and financial goals. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your investments for a stronger financial future. Mistake number 6, not reviewing your financial plan. Finally, it's important to regularly review your financial plan to make sure you're on track to reach your goals.
What you're supposed to.
Life is constantly changing, and your financial plan should change with it. Don't be afraid to adjust your budget or investments as needed. We hope you found the information helpful and are now better equipped to avoid common pitfalls that can derail your financial goals. You can take control of your finances and work towards a secure financial future by avoiding these 6 personal finance mistakes and
All right, let's get some quotes in here. Let's see what's up. I want to see something real quick.
You think you a fool, you'll act like a fool. You think you poor, you act the way they tell you poor people supposed to act. Plant. You want to grow corn, you plant a seed. It works with everything else. Plant. You want to get a new car, buy the keychain and put it away. The car come to you. That's what the real God is about.
Yes.
You
I
think
knew
you
I'd be
a
on.
fool,
I know where to find it at. I know where to find it. I got more. Let's see what's up.
What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. You can never force nobody else to win. What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. You can never force nobody else to win. What's dangerous?
You know, listen to a couple more of these.
What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules.
Humorous quotes about race by Dick Gregory. You know, I always say...
I want to hear him read them.
God has one law. When you come here, the only thing you have to do is work your way back home.
Get. Oh, wait. Thank you. Thank you, my elder black man. Thank you.
God has one law. When you come here, the only thing you have to do is work your way back home. I brought you through that little door called your mama's womb. But all you got to do is work your way. And I have one restriction. You better be as clean when you get back as you was when I put you here. You're not born a racist, or a bigot, or a thief, or a murderer. You pick that up on the way.
On the way.
God has one
Yes,
law.
sir.
You come
Yes, sir. Oh, that was so profound. Let's go some more. That was so profound.
People with high blood pressure, diabetes, you.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Because they all... Let me see something, hold on.
In the phone book, I never had a bodyguard. The filthiest people on this planet is athletes and entertainers, okay? You, with this show, have done more for the humanities than 99% of all the athletes and entertainers on the planet. But they've even tricked you to believe that you ain't nothing but doo-doo and they something big. They ain't nothing but a piece of shit, man. All of them, a handful of them, will break through, like Ali. Handful of them will break through. In the phone book, I
This has been amazing for me. I'm trying to find where he actually talking. Let me see. If it's too much cussing, I ain't
days
gonna.
of the civil rights movement. Walked down the street scared, didn't know what was going to happen, and now look where we are. I never thought I'd see today
Oh, it's not Tech Tuesday.
that this thing would get so mellow that white folks would start asking me to comment on white folk problems. I came back in from Europe last month, CNN. Mr. Gregory, you think we'll ever catch bin Laden? I say, we.
Yeah.
I ain't looking for him.
Right. Yeah.
I'm still trying to find out who my daddy is. Bob Hope, a lot of you young folks don't remember Bob Hope. Bob Hope lived to get 104. He died at 3 o'clock in the morning. AP called me, Mr. Gregory, Bob Hope just died. Can we get a comment on you? I said, I thought he'd been dead. So what you say? I said, my comment is Bob Hope's family should go to Chicago and get on their knees and kiss Jesse Jackson's feet. Because for 40 years, Jesse been yelling, keep hope alive. And he only that lived to get 104. And he only that lived to get 104. I saw Jesse the other day. Jesse said, Brother Greg, now that Bob Hope has died, let me pray for you. How you gonna run around talking about keep Dick alive?
Yo. I've always seen him. I promise you, I have always seen him speaking like just knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? Straight up knowledge. I ain't really seen him as the stand-up comedian that he is, but oh my gosh, that was hilarious. We watching the rest of this. We finishing with him. We finishing with Dick Gregory. All right, let's go.
Hey guys, this is Senator John Ossoff in Georgia.
Hold on, I can't do hold on, let me put the filter on. Now this might have some cussing in it, y'all, but it's okay.
The same God that made the moon and the sun and the rivers made me. So when I look at my hands, and I got 5 fingers on each hand, and it never changes. That God don't make no mistake. No mistake at all.
I was really curious, like, are there things that we can do to tap into that power?
You're born into it. It's like you born with $10 billion in the bank, but they told you it wasn't there. It's still there. They can't steal it. They can use it as long as you don't know you have it. You know. And then you've been duped by your parents, and they didn't know. If my mother heard me talking on a show like this, she'd call the police. And that's my mother. This is the woman that would hawk her house to put bail money up if I actually murdered somebody. So when you sit and think about, here's that universal force. Not Target. Do you think that God put something on you that need to be cut off? Think about that.
Why is it that so many of us are still in the dark about this?
Why wouldn't you be in the dark? You've been trained to be in the dark. Been trained. I mean, on Thanksgiving, we pray for the abundance. Now think about this for a minute. So on Thanksgiving, if that's the day we pray to the universe, thanks, then why don't we not eat that day? Why do you eat more that day than you eat any other day in the year? That's all I'm trying to say. Why do I not say the blessing? The Indians taught us Thanksgiving. Have ever said thanks to the Indians on that day. And so I say, wow, man, what a, is that not hard to figure out?
All right, y'all. I want to watch one more, so we can keep it rolling. I'm going to watch this last one, and then we'll get up out of here for the day. This was good. This was great.
The body has what they call a lymph system, the lymphoma, your lymphoma cancer. Now, the lymph system is like the garbage collector that comes to your neighborhood and picks up the garbage. Not the trash, just the garbage. Okay? So the lymph system do nothing but pick up the filth out of the bloodstream, out of the system, all the parts out of the system. Now, the lymph system have 45 pints of fluid. Okay? But
I know where you're going.
there you go. Okay, see there.
No, go ahead. No, I understand.
Oh, no, I know. I'm
just explaining to the.
I am. Right. You know I am. Right. Now, the blood, you have 13 pints and a pump.
Needs to be stimulated.
You okay?
Right.
Now, if I came to your house today to a party and there was 1,000 people, and we all used your toilet and didn't flush the chain, it would.
Right, it would be filled up to the top. I want to see the rest of this. Hold up. I don't know.
The lymph system is like the garbage collector that comes to your neighborhood and picks up the garbage. Okay? So the lymph system do nothing but pick up the filth out of the bloodstream, out of the system. All the parts, it's out of the system. Now,
Okay, hold on. I'm getting reports that there's no audio. All right, y'all. I'm gonna just end for the day. We had a good run. Let me see if I can possibly get audio. Check, 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 check. Hello. Can I get a check, check, check? This is hilarious. All right, if you're watching Expansion Pack, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow for Healthy Mental Thursday. I don't know what happened to my audio, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe if I change to another scene, I don't know. Can't be the scene. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. I mean, well, give me, if I can't play the stuff that I'm playing, tell me what I can play, damn it. To be dumb? Do I have to keep people dumb? Is that what I gotta do? All right, see y'all later. See y'all tomorrow. All right. Peace.